All right, guys, welcome back to another video. We're gonna be fishing for some walleyes again. A little bit different. The last one I was targeting humps. This one I'm gonna target more deeper weed lines. We're gonna be fishing like 18 to 23 feet of water. I'm gonna be using side imaging to look for patches inside the weeds that hold fish. So these fish, they kind of hide in the weeds and then they ambush bait in those little patches in there. So we're gonna be pitching a jig and a crawler, jig and a leech, not sure yet. Probably a jig and a crawler inside those weed patches and just kind of working it back to the boat, just right on bottom. I think that's gonna be the ticket today. So stay tuned, we're gonna smack them. So all I'm really looking for here is these little weed pockets. You know, like a little weed pocket there. We're in 20 feet of water, really tall cabbage. And I'm looking for those pockets to kind of come in, and these fish are gonna hide on the edge of these. And that's kind of where I'm casting, is on the edge of those weed pockets. I'm just driving around with side imaging, going 2, 5, 3 miles an hour, just kind of scanning for all these really tall, good cabbage weeds, and that's kind of where I like to start, and then I start casting around and figuring out where these fish are going to be holding. There you go, he picked it up. Fish. There we go. Yeah, he picked that thing right off the bottom. Just dragging this tungsten stand-up jig just right on the bottom, and these fish are just kind of slurping it up. It's a nice walleye there. That's a good one. That's nothing to, oh my gosh. Nothing to brag, but nice little 17-incher, I bet. And that tungsten jig is gone. Like, look at that. There's nothing left in that jig. Nice 17-inch walleye. Going back. He picked it up. There we go. Back to back. Nothing wrong with that. Which is probably gonna be that same little 17. Oh, this one might be a little bigger. He's pulling some drag. He's pulling some drag. That's fun. Put up a nice fight. No, it's like the same size pretty much. Jig popped out. He's a little bigger. Ow. A little bigger. He's trying to eat my net too. There we go. You know, 17, 18 inches. Nothing giant, but man, they are fun, especially when you're just dragging that jig right on bottom and you just feel that thump. Man, I can't get enough. It's so much fun. I think that's him. Yeah, that's him. There we go. Couldn't tell if I was just hanging up on a weed or if that was actually a fish, but turns out it's a fish. I'm gonna hope it's a nice walleye. There's been a ton of bass mixed in here. This one's feeling a lot nicer. We're gonna hope it's bigger than 20. I don't know if it'll break 20, but it's a good fish. That might go 20. Oh. Well, this thing is chunky though. Look at that. Tungsten jig right in the corner of its mouth. It's gotta be close to a 20-incher. Good looking walleye. This is such a fun way to catch these fish. Jig popped out. Just dragging them on bottom and they just picking it up, and it works just flawless. Absolutely love these jigs. The gold one has been on fire today, but there's a ton of other great selection you can choose from. And this has been just a great day of fishing. Perfect weather, can't complain at all. I want to break down my rods quick. I'm using a 7-foot medium light Northland Outdoors Mr. Walleye Series Fluger President reel, and that 1/8 ounce, and I used a 1/4 ounce stand-up tungsten jig by Northland with either a full or a half crawler, kind of depending. This morning, half crawler was doing it, but this afternoon doesn't really seem to matter. They're really liking this, the full crawler like that pitching on bottom, just giving it a little hops, dragging it across the bottom. They thump it, set the hook, and you got fish. It's just the perfect little setup, super fun way to catch walleye. There he is. There he is. Oh yeah. It's gonna be a nice little walleye bet. That's a nice walleye. Like 17-incher, 16-incher maybe. Got a bunch of fight left in him. All right, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. There we go. That jig is gone. This gold color stand-up jig is just probably one of my favorite baits this last week. It's been working so great to get these fish to bite. Ugh. Caught him. There you go, another pan fryer walleye right there, 16-incher. Man, this has been such a great day. The sun's trying to show up between all the fog and the bad weather we had. Dude, this thing will not stop. But there you go. We'll throw this guy back. He's itching to go back. So we're gonna go catch some more. There he was. He was just kind of sucking on it. Oh, thought it was a weed for a second, then I kind of felt him give me a bump back. Another walleye. There we go. Yeah. Man, these things are got some spunk on them. A lot of life. Very lively fish. Oh, come on, stop. Okay, jig popped out. There we go. About another 18-incher. Super great. Super fun. Loving the stand-up jig. Can't get enough of it, man. That thing is just working so good today. Just on the edge of these weeds, just kind of snapping and popping it back. And fish can't resist. There he is. Doesn't feel very big. Because that's a sucker. I've never caught one out here. Never, oh my gosh, get in the net, come here. Here we go. I've never caught a sucker out here. That is crazy. Never. That is wild. That is cool. Never caught a sucker out on this lake before. That is weird. I actually ate the jig too. Most of the suckers I've caught have usually been snagged just because they don't really eat it, but yeah, it ate the jig. That is crazy. Man, look at that. Not a big one, but there it is. That's wild. We just hooked into one. My camera decided to stop recording, so you don't get to see the whole hook set process, but we got one. I don't know what it is quite yet. It's feeling like a pretty okay sized fish. A lot smaller than I thought. Probably one of the smaller ones of the day so far, but that's all right. That is all right. Jig right where we want it to be. Another nice little, probably 15 and a half. Good little walleye. Going back today has been perfect. I mean, we got nice light wind. It's out of the east. People say you can't catch fish out of the east wind. We're hammering today, so that's debunked. You know, we've got the nice overcast day, and the walleyes have been chewing. Been a great day chasing these things around. All right, guys, thanks for watching. You know, we caught a bunch of walleyes today using that stand-up jig. It's a great little jig. We caught a bunch of walleyes on it, so thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. We'll see you later.